What's up, YouTube? It's your boy here, guy with face. What's going on, YouTube? It's your face, guy with hi. It's so I was looking at Twitter, and I got this announcement, or I saw this tweet from the official Cygames account, and I'm kind of confused. And for folks who don't know, the Shadowverse WGP for 2020 was postponed for obvious reasons. And then they put out a tweet later on saying that they were going to combine the two events. So this year being 2021's WGP as well as last year's 2020. So I think that in most people's minds, it was like, oh, great. We'll just have two big ass tournaments. And yeah, two people get $1 million this year. I think that was the simplest explanation that anyone could come up with. But they didn't officially say that. And then they put out this message just the other day. Here's the message they put out, and I'm a little confused at this. So, invitations to the Shadowverse World Grand Prix 2021. Previously, we announced that the Shadowverse World Grand Prix 2020 would be delayed once again. Or supposed to be this year in June, excuse me. It ended up not being. Because they decided to do it at the end of the year with 2021, because likely things will be back to some degree of normality by then. Anyway, all players who previously received an invitation to the Shadowverse World Grand Prix 2020 will, without exception, it's a strong way of putting it, be invited to the Shadowverse World Grand Prix 2021. However, those same players are not eligible to receive a duplicate invitation to the Shadowverse World Grand Prix 2021. These asterisks are just because they might change the name because they're going to combine two events into one. In the event that a Shadowverse World Grand Prix 2020 invitee qualifies for more than one invitation to the Shadowverse World Grand Prix 2021, those additional invitations will be deferred to the runners-up of their respective tournaments instead. Thank you for understanding, Shadowverse team. Did anybody else read this and it just struck them as weird? Am I the only person who got like, why would they do this vibes from something? Or from reading this? Because now I'll get a little worried about what the actual event itself is going to be. Are they going to be handing out the same amount of prize money? Do people who won the 2020 regional qualifiers suddenly have to play in a much more difficult tournament for likely less money? Or I don't know. It's hard to put into words, but this kind of announcement rubs me the wrong way. Now, additionally, what does that say for people who want to compete this year? It's like, hey man, you can compete, but don't, because it doesn't matter, right? If you can't qualify for another spot, I guess you're just competing for the prize money. If I'm thinking about this, and a person who is going for 2020 whilst cannot be invited for 2021, likely they will be in the same bracket, right? That seems to make the most sense to me. Now, if they're in the same bracket, then you have to play double the amount of players. And does that mean only one person gets $2 million? I don't know. There's too many questions up in the air. I wish that they would have, I don't know, either A, held off on this announcement, or B, release this announcement with a little bit more information about what the actual event's going to be. Because, I don't know, if I was a 2020 qualifier, I'm like, suddenly I have to play a 64-man bracket, I'd have been, Kari, what's up, man? Speaking of people who've qualified. So, but if it's one big tournament, do they just double the prize money? And then if they do that, don't you feel a little shafted for having to play double the amount of players that you would normally? I don't know. I think there's something a little off with that. But anyway, that's all I really had to say about it. I don't know. I don't know what comes of it. I don't know what the what the format is. But just reading this doesn't feel good to me. Yeah, so like Kurikari said, he has the option of focusing on college this year, which is great. But at the same time, people who are like motivated to, compete in Shadowverse are like, well, since I can't get a qualifying spot, yeah, I'm gonna just chill. I guess I have no choice, so I'll just, do something else this year. I don't know. If I'm like super motivated to be good at Shadowverse, this sends a different message to me. I don't know. I guess the prize money for the SVOs is enough, but I don't know. Yeah. And then if you are the person who, you win the regional qualifier for Contenders Cup this year, and it's like, well, you already won it, so actually the strongest player from the region isn't going to be going. It's going to be like, that other guy. No offense to the other guy, because, second place out of all of a region is pretty tough, but yeah. I don't know. Would you rather they do this or done the WGP 2020 fully online? To be honest, to be really honest, I think that just having it online was a great answer for last year. Considering of all the games you can play online, I think card games are at the top of the list of genres that did not really suffer that much. Does that make sense? Online card games, or mobile card games, virtual card games, whatever you want to call them. Look, if we're not in the same location, that's not really a problem. Like reaction speed doesn't really matter. Timing's already set. It's not really a thing in Shadowverse where your opponents, respond on your turn to moves that you're making. So it's a really easy game to play online. I don't know. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, that's all I really had to say about it. I think that to Chris's point, or to Chris's question, you could have done it online and you really wouldn't have lost much. I think that the regional tournament organizers have done a fantastic job thus far of mitigating issues related to people playing from afar online. And I don't think that there was a need for people to be in the same location to do the actual WGP. Maybe they need to sign some documents or something. I don't know. But look, if Kurikari wins the WGP in the comfort of his own room, that's what's up. Hey, guess what? You can pass right out afterward, because I know you're damn tired from playing an entire weekend of hard ass Shadowverse. You don't have to, you don't have to be jet lagged. You don't have to be in a different country. You're just like, oh, I won. All right, I'm gonna go to bed now, and wake up and see this is all real, and the big check comes in the mail. Yeah, YouTube. This is Guy with Face. Hold on for just a moment. What does make it rain mean with the light? I don't even know what that means. How do we... This... Oh boy, prepare yourselves. That's the wrong one. Honestly, I think I can do that in the background too. That's the crazy part. Yeah, I could. Jesus.